Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I have a brand new product here that I just picked up. It's from the Rag Company. It's their Ultra Safe Sponge, brand new that was released. And I also picked up the No Soap Coating Applicator Kit. We'll use this at some point when I use a coating again. I wanted to just pick it up because I wanted to try their coating saver style applicators. So we're going to look at this at a later time. But I want to talk about the Ultra Safe Sponge here that I just received and actually used Joey Polinsky's code. So again, just Joey10. Saved you 10%. Let me move this out of the way. Needed that to hold the bottle, this up. So this is the new sponge from the Rag Company. It's the Ultra Safe Sponge. So it's a lighter color, and it's actually pretty soft in comparison to they claim extremely soft, designed for rinseless and soap, TRC tested and approved. I don't know if that really means anything, but it says extremely soft. I wouldn't say it's extremely soft. I would say that it is soft. It is softer than the Ultra Black Sponge. So I'm gonna be doing a rinseless wash on the Camaro here, and I have the other sponges here just to kind of just compare it in terms of like the different styles that I have. Like here's the Legacy sponge, and you can just kind of see the shape of it. The Legacy sponge, it's a good sponge. You know, you get both red and black. I know people like having colors on there so you can see if you pick up dirt. I don't know, some people just like that. But you get two sides to it. Some people like that as well because they know that they use, you know, the red side on this, and they can go on the other area and they use the black one. So we have this style here, and this is actually it's pretty soft as well. I mean, I don't have a problem with this. And then you have the gold sponge. To me, the gold sponge actually feels a lot softer than this gray one here. So this is like the softest one that I have. And then you have the Ultra Black sponge, and you can see that the size is roughly about the same here in comparison to what they look like. They're cut the same. This gray one is softer than the black one here. I never had a problem with this black sponge, but some people like the softer one would be a lot better for like soft paints, and that's why the gold one is really nice, because you can use it on soft paint and you're not going to mar the surface, because sometimes the ones that are a little bit more firm can mar the softer paints. You just got to be careful, just add extra lubrication. But we're going to take a look at the Ultra Safe Sponge, which is gray in color. Before we do that, I'm going to use Adam's Hoseless Wash. I haven't used this in a while. I've showcased it before. We're going to use this as a rinseless wash. This is a polymer-based rinseless wash, but it does have some surfactants. As you can see, it does get a little sudsy in there. So we're going to go ahead and just use this. And the dilution is the same, 256 to 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze out 45 milliliters in there, because I do have 3 gallons in there. It smells like sour grape. I think it's sour grape as a scent. So we're just gonna mix this up, and you get that nice purple color in your bucket. And let me just go ahead and open up the pump sprayer here, because I'm gonna put some in here. Make sure that's empty. And that should be good enough, especially for this car here. So we're just going to go over the kind of just share my thoughts on this new sponge here. So I'm just add that into the bucket, and we'll use this to wash the car. My Camaro is just dusty. It's not that dirty. I think you can actually see that it is pretty heavily dusty there. So let me kind of just make sure you guys are getting a good view here. I think you guys are. I'll just pump this up. And again, with all the pre-soaked stuff. And some in the garage, I can actually pre-soak the entire car and not have a problem, which I think I'm gonna just do half for now, just to show you on camera. Actually, before I continue, let me take off this charger here. Just flick it out of the way. Okay, so we're going to just do that. And let's just see how this sponge does. Actually, I'll do the ultra black sponge in here too. We'll compare both. Okay. Again, no pressure whenever you're using one of these. You don't need to. Tell you what, this thing glides really smooth on here. I think that Adam's hoseless is kind of underrated. Let's clean all the glass at once. And you're probably going, well, why aren't you using a waterless wash? I'm not a big fan of waterless washing. That's just not my thing. I think there's more potential to mar the surface that way, but that's just my opinion. Okay, so it was gliding pretty good on there. It definitely does feel softer than this black one here. You're not going to have a problem with either sponge. Just kind of go over it this way. And you can see that I do have dirt on the surface because it's all the dust that's been sitting on this surface here. And what I would do is I would just take another sponge that I have in there, and I would just go over the surface once again, and that would pick up any residual dirt from the surface. Just go ahead and finish this off. Okay. So that's the Ultra Safe Sponge. Actually, I'm gonna grab my towel and put them over here. I'm gonna try out this new Car Pro towel. I haven't used it yet, so I was like, let me just try it on this car here. So this is the new Dehydrate towel here. I just kind of make this more manageable size. And I had some saved up here in this bottle last time. I was gonna pre-spray my towel. Just so you can see how good that dries off the surface there. This towel's a little too big for this kind of stuff. This is more of a towel where I would just do this on the surface. See if I can get this right. Where I would do this, and I would just drag it on the surface. That's how I would use this towel. I would actually use a smaller one for Okay, so I just want to kind of just go over this. I want to just talk about that Adams one. I haven't used that Adams one in a long time. But like I said, I do enjoy it a little more than Absolute, for the simple fact that I don't get that clumpiness in there, so it's a little easier to mix up. I just don't think it has, I think Absolute beats it in lubricity, but not by a lot. That's it. That's really much. I just want to kind of just showcase that. Kind of just want to share my initial thoughts on, let me put this right here, my initial thoughts on the Ultra Safe Sponge. And I mean, they claim extremely soft. I wouldn't say it's extremely soft. It definitely is softer than the black one. But this is the gold sponge from McKee's is definitely softer than the Ultra, what's it called, this thing? Ultra Safe Sponge. So I think this one's still softer than it. So if you're looking for something softer than the Ultra Black Sponge, then you get the Ultra Safe Sponge. If you want to stay with the Rag Company product line. If you want the sponge that's the softest, it's this gold one here. So that's my initial thoughts on the Ultra Safe Sponge. I think it works just like any other sponge here. It's got the same type of cuts on here, same type of ergonomic feel in here when you put your hand on there. So it's just as comfortable as any of these other ones. Actually, I think it's a little, I don't know, I'm okay with the comfort of this as well. I'm okay with the comfort of this as well. The only thing I don't like about the Legacy sponge is the glue mark here. It's feels a little rough. So that's the one part that I don't like, but that's a good sponge as well. So, you know, do you need this sponge? Not really. I think if you don't have soft paint and your other sponges are not causing you problems, then I don't think you need it. But if you want to get something that's softer than the Ultra Black Sponge, then this is definitely going to fit the bill here. If you're looking for the one that's the softest out of the ones that I currently have, it's the gold one here. But overall, this is really good. So again, thanks for watching. If you guys have any comments or questions on the Ultra Safe Sponge, go ahead and post down below. I'm going to continue using it. Will I use it with soap? I've used these before with soap. I wasn't a big fan of using these with soap, but they do work with soap. Especially I've used the Ultra Black Sponge, and I've used the Legacy sponge with soap. I primarily like these for rinseless washing, and I'll just use a microfiber mitt for contact washes. But I just want to give you guys a quick look at the Ultra Safe Sponge. Again, you can use it with your favorite rinseless wash product. You can use it with soap and water. I just wanted to kind of just demonstrate the Adams hoseless one more time. I can just get some hands-on time once again. And again, thanks for watching. All right, take care, everybody.